What is happening, Magnus? Y'all been asking me to see what the hell is going on with Star Wars Theory. Well, let's see what's going on with Star Wars Theory. Star Wars Theory. Demonetized. Star Wars Explained tries to demonetize Star Wars Theory. My response. Okay, well, that doesn't sound too cool at all. All right, let's get this.
And I know Alex is behind all this, but he's just such a sackless guy that he just can't do it himself, and he has to have his wife do it for him. People aren't watching your stuff, even with all of the free press and extra stuff that Lucasfilm and Disney give you. I mean, maybe that should tell you something. Maybe people just don't like you, and that's a you problem. Take accountability. Is it about This Week in Clickbait? Is it about Alex not being able to sleep at night and you having to freaking coddle him so that he could sleep because another channel was putting out content that was getting more views? 15% off sale is now officially live. Go to theorysabers.com right now and use...
I'll be doing an unboxing of the present that he sent me soon.
Use code SABERSCHOOL15.
And I appreciate it.
15% off the entire site. What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. This is one I didn't want to make. I didn't think I would have to make, but at this point I've kind of had enough. And we're going to go into a lot of detail here with fellow Star Wars YouTubers, Star Wars Explained, a few others. Just shitty to me in general. I'm going to tell you guys about my experience. These people who are leading a campaign, an organized hate campaign for years against me, and now I see that they've lumped me in with some of my colleagues and friends online to have our channels demonetized and essentially sending a letter to YouTube to abolish, destroy.
And I think I saw some posts on Twitter about this, and I believe that they failed. What the hell is wrong with people? Trying to destroy people's YouTube channels over opinions on the media. You know what I mean? The content that they're getting from Disney Plus. Like, the insanity level of this. Do you see me, Star Wars Theory, Geeks and Gamers, The Critical Drinker, Nerdrotic, Eric July, all these other guys? Do you see us all banding together to try to get all the people that like the W-O-K-E content demonetized? We're not trying to do that to them. What the hell is wrong with them?
And the channels. You know, this was written by Molly Damon.
You know what? There's a saying out there about like I didn't experience such hate until I expressed conservative views. And that's the truth. You know, I remember when people started, you know, they would I would see it once in a while in the comments. They would say to me, and this is part of this, because first of all, Acolyte was just trash. Okay, period. It didn't get views. People didn't like it, and it was woke. You know, it was like a few things. That's why it didn't get renewed for a season 2. But conservative views don't exactly like a lot of the stuff that Disney's been putting out. And I remember seeing people saying, yeah, you kind of lean right. Yeah, I can see you're kind of conservative person, Tyrone. And I was like, you know, when I saw that quote about never experiencing real hate until they expressed conservative views, I was like, I started to think, I was like, when did the majority of the hate for me start? And I was like, it all really started. First, it was around reactions when reactions were, you know, controversial. Now, A-list stars all over the planet, politicians, like everybody at the highest levels of entertainment do reactions now. It's crazy that the small handful of us spearheaded a different type of genre of video that is now just commonplace. But we got hate over that, and we got more love over that. And that's why reactions are still around. But the second wave of hate came when Disney went woke. That's when it happened. And I'm like, like the insanity, the lies that they spread about us, all type of istophobes, and we're the most horrible people. Go look at Ed Boon's comment, his post about me. Ed Boon said that I would be a great Shale Khan announcer. And I don't know if he's, seriously considering it. Personally, I don't think he is. Personally, I think that he's like, damn, this guy is actually really good though. You know what I mean? But if they down, I'm down. You just let me know. But look at the brigade of people that are going over there trying to ruin my so-called chances of possibly being that. Fulfilling a dream role. Like, it's the insane. Like, no one with quote unquote right-leaning views or conservative views is over there. It's everyone with pronouns in their bios, with all types of different flags and BLM and all this other stuff. And if you go to their pages, trust me, I've seen them before in the past. I don't even need to do it now. You'll see nothing but them hating on people all over again, over and over and over and over. And they're telling Ed Boon to delete it and all this stuff. It's insane what that side does, considering they say they're the good people.
Wife and co-partner of Star Wars Explained, of Alex Damon.
Reminds me of like when the Emperor was like, and then we shall have peace. Yeah. You're the good people, all right.
I've met Star Wars Explained in person several times. I've met his wife, Molly, several times. Let's get to it, No name calling, no anger, no nothing. Just judging things very objectively.
This is where the fun begins.
Oh,
enough
boy.
is enough. The Star Wars fandom demands that YouTube enforce its community guidelines against prolonged insults and incitement of targeted harassment towards women of color by demonetizing YouTube channels Geeks and Gamers, Ryan Kinnell, RK Outpost, and Nerdrotic. Many of the comments found in Geeks and Gamers videos can be seen in hateful comments under trans now deleted Instagram posts. Okay, so in court, if this were to go to court, they would have to prove that it was indeed all of Geeks and Gamers posts that motivated a ton of people to throw hate and vitriol, and to get that kind of information is going to be pretty difficult because it's not like Geeks and Gamers was the only channel that was saying that Rose Tico was a horrible character. There were just a lot of people that just weren't happy when they were like, man, that movie sucked.
Yeah, people hated when she stopped Finn from sacrificing himself. I noticed that. Even in the theater, I remember I was like, like, I was like, this was kind of like his moment, and what they were doing with him, I was ready for him to die anyway and do his thing and save the day, since they weren't going to have him get with Rey, it looks like. And you could tell he liked her. Like, I thought they were going to eventually do something like that. It looked like they were going to both be Force sensitive. They're both going to be Jedis and both be together. They could have did that, and everybody was down with that. Then they started shipping Raylo, which was extremely morbid and weird. And they put Tico with him. That's just... What the hell were they doing?
I saved you. Not fighting what we hate. Saving what we love.
RK Outpost has recently referred to Ingram's Kenobi character Reva as dumb and retarded. Okay, again, there's no issue there. You can call a character whatever you want. I mean, it's a fictitious character.
Yeah.
That's his opinion of the character. That was a fictional character that was written. These channels have gaslit Amandla by claiming she's playing the victim card. Okay, but that's their opinion. They can say that. They don't have to agree with her. With RK Outpost proclaiming, you've never been oppressed in your goddamn life, you bitch. I mean, shit. Just seems like they got a problem with Ryan. I mean, Ryan's angsty, bro. There's a lot of shit that Ryan says that I don't agree.
I personally wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have called her. It'd be, is my camera crooked? I think my camera's a little crooked. It's a little crooked. I think it's a little crooked. It's a little crooked. That better? I think. Might be a little bit more crooked. Anyway, so, yeah, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna call you out your name like that, but yeah. Guess he's a little passionate about the situation. See, what it is when they get attacked, and people get attacked, they attack back. You know what I'm saying? So when you're calling people alt-right, when you're calling them grifters, when you're calling them haters, and you're calling them istophobes, you know, they snap back. Me personally, I prefer to relax. The only people I call names from time to time are the ones that call me names online, like the weirdos. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they're just insane. You know what I'm saying? But I don't do it a lot. Every once in a while, they're idiots to me. You'll hear me express that. But other than that, I just try to keep it classy as possible and relaxed as possible. Because you can't let it get to you. You know what I mean?
Agree with. I think it's a little over the top. But to be honest, you get Ryan drunk and he's like this soft, sweet little guy.
Ryan is a pussy compared to most older American men. Well, one, I'm sure you're very experienced with older American men, Kev, because I imagine they fuck you in the...
Hey. The hate campaign against Amandla has been so profitable that other major YouTubers have joined the attacks on Amandla, including Star Wars Theory. 3.3 million subscribers. 3.33 million. Some respect, please. Molly. How many more good faith content creators will turn to profitable hate campaigns if this behavior is permitted to continue with no repercussions? Now, look, I probably would have commented on this in a tweet or something. Yet the fact that you put my name in this is so...
I made more views. I got more views, even though technically, in a way, I've been getting similar views every year, year after year after year after year. One of the biggest viewing years that I've had so far is now with the news videos and political videos. I've been talking about certain things, but you understand, if I was getting paid the way, because YouTube pays YouTubers better now, okay? I don't know. I might be a millionaire by now if I was getting paid back then the way I'm getting paid now. You know what I'm saying? Like I got more views per video when I was a happier YouTuber, when I wasn't irritated with all of this. So don't try and say that we're grifters, because we're not grifters. Look, no one wants to make videos about stuff that they hate because it doesn't feel good. Over time, yeah, I know there's certain YouTubers that kind of have fun digging and getting at people, but it doesn't make you feel good. You might get your frustrations out and that may feel good, but over time, you know what I mean? It's not fun. You talk about it because it's your genre. It's what you talk about. You talk about gaming, like I do. You may not talk about everything in gaming, but you're going to talk about certain things going on. PS5 Pro's coming out. Look at Concord's release. Look at Black Myth Wukong blowing up. You know, you talk about certain things. But if everything in your genre is just starting to wane and get terrible, you're going to talk about it. And you may even sometimes get a bump in views because you may flip out and people like to watch negativity. But you don't like it. It doesn't feel good. Trust me on that. It's like these people that have to make this woke entertainment and they don't want to. There's programmers that got to do it. There's actors, there's set designers, script writers. They're all part of this, and they're just trying to, put food on the table and support their families. And they have to make this content that people hate. It doesn't make them feel good to do this.
So unbelievably effed up, man. Like, first of all, you have to prove that this is a hate campaign. The only hate campaign I see here are you people that have been constantly throwing hate. The boys can defend themselves, and they want to go to court for that. They can do that. They can destroy these people. No problem. I fully believe that. The only hate campaign I see here is the hate campaign that Molly Damon, Star Wars Explained, and a lot of these other Star Wars YouTubers have been leading against me for years. How many more good faith content creators will turn to profitable hate campaigns? It's all about money. Molly Damon and Star Wars Explained, in my opinion, are obsessed with money.
That's one thing I'm not obsessed with. Money will never be my god. I like making a good living. I live well below my means because I'm not an idiot with my money. But let me tell you something. You guys see me make videos that sometimes only get 5,000 views. Do you know why? Because it's not all about the money to me. It's because there's certain things I just want to talk about. Okay? I don't do YouTube for money. I do YouTube because I love being a YouTuber. But guess what? It pays now. And it's been paying me for almost 13 years. So I can make a living from the money that I get from doing something that I love. And what do I love? I love entertaining the millions upon millions of fans that I have across the planet. It's great. Did a video going through all the countries that my videos play in. And it's like, wow, I did not know that I had so many fans in different parts of the world. My main first is America, mainly California. The state of California watches me the most out of the whole world. Then I've got Canada, UK, and India. We're the top 4. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny too because my CPA, my accountant, she's Indian, and her family watches me. Everything. They're really cool. She told me if I ever want to go to India, I go with her, and she knows a lot of people over there, so it might be fun to go over there sometime. I'll let you guys know if I do ever come over there. But that's what I love. I really love entertaining you guys, putting smiles on people's faces. People have wrote me year after year talking about how I literally saved their lives, saved their marriages, saved their health. I'm the only reason why they didn't commit you know what. They heard my videos and it gave them something to watch, something to smile about, something to do. So I don't know if I'd ever be able to quit doing this because it's like just people that depend on me for a little bit of sunshine in their life. You got what I'm saying? So I'll probably never stop. All right. So that's more what it's about. You know, they tell you life's a journey. It's not about how much money you make. Success isn't about how much money you make. It's more about who you become. I've become somebody that's been able to actually make a difference, to inspire people, other people to become YouTubers, to become the best versions of themselves. Like, that's a really good feeling. Yet I still stay humble because you never know. YouTube could be gone tomorrow. You don't see me on here flaunting, yeah, I got this money, yeah, I got that, I got this, yeah, you know what I mean? Yo, the other day I took my girl, I got the Gucci slippers for you know what I'm saying? Got this done, got the ice around my neck. I don't know. You'll never see me act like that. Because you never know. Something could happen. Never become full of yourself. You never know. But anyway, insanity.
Go. Let me take you back to the very beginning. All right, October 6th, 2016, 5:55 a.m. My name is Alex from over at Star Wars Explained.
My name is Armando Alejandro Estrada.
I wanted to just say hey and introduce myself. You're growing insanely fast. Congratulations. You're going to have that silver button in no time. If you ever want to talk Star Wars or YouTube, please feel free to email me. I've got a dialogue going between pretty much all other...
So he's got people here that he was cool with that turned on him. Who else did that happen to? Publicly turned on you too. Shows you who they are at their core character. Isn't that sick? That you could have people that you were cool with, that you were friends with, that you were good acquaintances with. And their thing is, let's not talk privately. Let's try to hurt you publicly in some form or fashion with our platform. It's sick.
Star Wars YouTubers. And while some are more friendly and open than others, we've all been pretty cool about sharing advice, collaborating. I actually do have a question for you. You kind of popped up on my radar because I saw this ad on one of my videos. Yeah, really, Alex. Like 8 years later, yet for sure, that's the reason I popped up on your radar. This ad that my network put up for literally 5 days, that's what made you... Okay, yeah, sure. I don't want this to sound like I'm angry at all or anything. How the fuck would you be angry? How would you even say that?
Joy.
He's literally telling you right there that you're angry. And believe me, he was, because I have more to say about this when I actually met him. On the contrary, I'm very curious if you found it to be a...
You know, I had a situation a few years ago when all this garbage started with the bad entertainment. And there was somebody that said something about me, and then this other YouTuber got wind of it. And he was a YouTuber that I was cool with at the time. And I wrote him because he said something online. And I was like, okay. So I DM'd him. And I said, so you write this, just start trash, just, ish with me. So you send your little minions to my channel because of what you said, when you could have just talked to me to clear things up, to see what I thought about the situation, rather than reading a Twitter comment and just believing it. He immediately deleted it. And then I blocked him everywhere. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. He didn't say sorry. It was none of that. And he knew exactly what he did. I was just done with it. I'm just like, I don't have time for people that are just going to try to destroy you for no reason. That's why I don't go back and forth. You don't see me making videos about, and I'm not talking about this whole situation with him. Every YouTuber handles it their own way. You're not going to see me making a video, at least not anymore. Years ago, I had a couple of YouTube beefs, but, I don't get into it because it's a waste of time for me. And you won't see me going, this guy said this or this guy said that. Majority of the time, it's people punching up anyway, trying to make a name for themselves. Absolutely not. You won't see me do it. It's a waste of time for me. You just get blocked and I move on. That's how it goes.
Good strategy. 50,000 subscribers in only a couple months is crazy good. So you're obviously doing something right. If you're open to it, I'd love to talk about some of the things you found to work, and I will do my best to help you in return. But if that's something you'd like to keep close to your chest, I understand. Anyway.
And now that I think about it, there were certain people that turned on me that I truly feel used me. They used me because I was more popular than them to gain some footing. And, they tell you, Hollywood, the entertainment industry, it's like that. People will, quote unquote, befriend you from what they can get from you. Not because it's, hey, we're two great talents. We can make great content together. You know what I mean? And I've met some great people in the entertainment industry. Michael Matteo Rossi, the director, he's one of my favorites. You know what I mean? I can't wait to make something with him again. You know what I mean? He's one of the good people, though, just, that I've met. Kenneth Bright Jr., great person. All right. Has an animation series he wants to do. He's already got the voice of Broly on to do it when he eventually gets his funding. Great dude. You know what I'm saying? I've met some great people, but it's just, some people you just cannot trust. I don't know what it is that they're trying to do. I don't know what kind of, this all karma comes back to you, whatever you call it, whatever you reap, you sow. Whatever you sow, you reap. It's these people, I think they think that they can get away with this stuff just to get ahead. And when it all comes crashing down and when they've got problems in their lives and all this other stuff, in fact, there's a few people I can make videos about. Bruh, so much dirt because they don't know who I know who has actually contacted me in private and told me stuff about them. With receipts. You got what I'm saying? So it's,
Guys, it's nice to meet you. Keep up the great work and may the force be with you. October 6th, 12:10 p.m. I respond the same day, literally when I just woke up, because I would work all throughout the night. I'd sleep probably around 7 a.m. and then I'd get like a few hours of sleep and I'd wake up and I'd get right back to writing videos. No eating, no gym, just freaking no dating. A million subs in a year. Anyway, so hey Alex, thanks for reaching out for sure. Ask away. If you want to chat through email here is fine, or we can chat through Facebook or whatever, either works.
Yo, I used to fall asleep sometimes listening to his video playlist because he knew so much about Star Wars that I just never knew. So I would just listen to all his Star Wars stuff. And I wake up, Wait, hold on, I missed the one about Yoda's master. What happened? Huh? And I have to go back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would just be like, yo, man, there's so much to this expanded universe, man.
Says, hey, saw your tweet. Sorry I missed it for a couple days. Thanks for getting back to me. Chatting through email's fine. All right, so cool. No worries, man. My name is Neatus, by the way, but my friends call me Toos for short, or Nia. It says, so you're inquiring about the ad. I only started advertising through my network last Wednesday, and I haven't really seen any benefit to it thus far, so I may cancel it. What I've done is essentially just dedicate my days to making videos I find interesting, adding music, and that's about it. The main videos that propel my channel are fan fictions where I write a story and act it out. According to my analytics, most new subscribers come for those which I feel sets my channel apart from others. Now, when I say that, I didn't know what the hell analytics were. I didn't even know how to read them. I just figured, oh yeah, I get a lot of views on my fan fictions, so that's probably what people come for. So I've been talking to Fact Free quite a bit.
Yeah, I didn't pay a lot of attention to stuff. Till this day, I kind of go only by feel. I'm not like Mr. Beast with all his charts and stuff. Maybe I should be more like Mr. Beast. I've thought about getting more into the numbers. I just always kind of just go by the feel of what the fans want. Like, oh, these are getting the most videos. I mean, views. Okay. I also like making these videos. Okay, well, let's do more of these. I like making them, and they're getting the most views. Hey, there you go. There's success in it. You know what I mean? I've always just winged it. I made it just being me. That's it.
Who is the lore master, he changed his name, and we're talking about doing a collab together. I emailed Stupendous Wave about it. He never responded, so I guess he's not down. My plan was to write a cool fanfiction and have you all play as different characters, which would be cool and something to excite all of our viewers. Your channel is the level I'd like to be at by next year. How did you grow it? Any tips? By the way, if you're cool with it, can we put each other in our...
You see these stupid posts about people online, whether it be on YouTube, whether it be on Twitter, whether sometimes you're inclined to think it's just real. Like you're one of those people that's just used to seeing the news and just believing it. Trust me, there's more to it than that. Always go and research. Watch the real videos, find out what people really said. Don't just believe, hey, yeah, this guy said this. I've seen stuff about that, about different people, including myself. It's like, I'm like, oh, yeah, he did this. And then someone will say, oh, man, and I really used to like him. Man, it's like, you idiot. You didn't go and look to find out if we really did that. You just believe someone else. And that's how it is. Most people are sheeple. Most people are sheeple. Trust me on that.
Suggested friends list. Nice to meet you, Toos. Yeah, I was really curious about the ad. I've always considered giving that a shot, but is always skeptical. Bummer you're not seeing any benefit from it. Are you able to dedicate all day, every day to this? If so, I'm crazy jealous. I currently have a full-time job and have to do everything at night. Actually, you told everyone at the Lego booth in Chicago that your wife helps divide the workload into two. I would totally be down for a mass collab like you're suggesting, and yeah, I can add you as a recommended channel. As for tips, the main thing I would suggest is you're already doing, often better than I am. I think I have a lot I can work on. I need to be better with my titles and thumbnails and general SEO in my opinion. Right off the bat, he's like, oh, he's just getting these views because of his titles and his thumbnails and clickbait. Please understand, everything I'm saying, you will see it all unravel. We're going to get to all of it. But I think the most important thing is consistency, which you're already doing great with. Looks like you're growing faster than me and a lot of the other channels, so you should easily be in the 200k range soon. Took me almost 2 years to get there. Really the best tip I have is just be cool and friendly, which again, seems like you are. Stupendous can be a little slow to open up and protective. He's definitely the quiet side with me, but he's starting to warm up.
As I'm watching this, I'm just getting different thoughts. Sometimes I get comments when I do videos talking about Star Wars theory. And like I've seen people in the comments, I used to like him, but he's a crybaby. I don't watch it. Meanwhile, you're on my channel crying about him. Isn't that the pot calling the kettle black? How hypocritical. If you don't like someone, don't watch them. That's it. That's it. Different channels make different material. Some channels make several different types of material like I do. So it's like if you're here for reactions, but you don't like the unboxings, don't come to my comment section saying, I don't like unboxing, why are you making... Just don't watch it. Okay? You turn on ESPN. You might only want to watch SportsCenter, right? You may not care about the documentaries. Don't write them talking about, and most people wouldn't write them. They're just like, no, I don't want to watch the documentary. I just wait till this comes back on. Like, that's it. You think we're going to change it for you? We're not. We're going to keep doing what we're going to do. Like, why waste your breath? It doesn't make any sense.
Good talking to you. If you ever have any questions or just want to chat Star Wars, you can always shoot me an email or tweet something. I guess I can't anymore because you guys blocked me. My philosophy has always been the more big Star Wars channels out there, the better we can all learn and help each other grow. It's all about growing. It's all about... I didn't give a shit about any of that, man. I was just making my content and making it the way I wanted.
Yeah.
That was it. I didn't take a course on this. Man, I couldn't agree more with that. Seems like people are too riddled with greed, but if we all work together, we can not only become more successful at doing what we love, but make
it seems like people are so riddled with hate to take others down.
Star Wars community strong.
Get people demonetized.
Venice Wave doesn't like me or something. Maybe he sees me as a threat. I have no clue, which is absurd. My job allows me super flexible hours as I'm a realtor, so whenever my clients are taken care of, I have free time to spend on my channel. I'm going to add you now to my sidebar. It was a pleasure meeting you. For sure, I will contact you soon regarding more sort of collab and anything else. Have a great weekend. May the Force be with you. Then from there, we spoke a few more times, and then it started to get really sour. Started to get really bad. He asked me for a few, like, what was this in 2017? He's like, hey, like, if you don't mind me asking, like, where do you get the high quality comic images? And I told him, like, oh, you just type it in Google and you get those and then you can comment on it. He's like, oh, crap, that's amazing. Thank you. Yeah, Dash is a super cool dude. So then it starts to get a little bit, things got bad because he started to make, he made some inflammatory videos about my theories, about my what ifs for Snoke and this and that, and he would make fun of some of the stuff in his like questionnaire videos and like poke at me, and I didn't take too good to that. And then he started to create a series and sell t-shirts for this new podcast he created called This Week in Clickbait, and I was like the star of every single episode. And that's actually what brought me and Jeremy, Geeks and Gamers, together, was that he essentially used Jeremy as the entryway, the icebreaker, to then talk about a bigger topic, was me. And that video, I don't know if he's taken it down or if it's still out there or not. That was when Jeremy reached out to me and we spoke. Jeremy didn't.
And let me tell you something, Theory. You're a real calm dude. Yeah, he's got a calmer demeanor than me. I don't watch any videos made about me that are talking trash. None. Every once in a while, someone will send me a video and be like, yo, this dude's talking about you. Sometimes I know fans stir the pot, so I might look for like literally a couple of seconds to see what they're saying. Like, yeah, F Tyrone. Hey, okay, yeah. Pause. Banned. That's it. And that channel gets banned, and then that's it. They get blocked. I'm not watching them. No, I will not sit there for 5, 10, 15 minutes and listen to you talk trash about me. I got bigger things to do. I'm a happier person in life. And some of these people spend, I don't know, like 10, 15, 20 minutes, maybe a half hour more. I've seen like people send me stuff. I'm like, this dude did a whole hour live stream just about me. I'm living rent free in these dudes' heads. Seriously, what is wrong with you? You're letting me live rent free in your head like that? I'm making you so sad because I don't like what you like in entertainment. These dudes all need to grow a pair. I'm serious, man. Grow some hair on your chest. Get a girlfriend. I don't know what it is they need to do. Get a boyfriend. I don't know what it is. Get something else to occupy your life. You got to harass other people online. Listen, I won't do it because I'm the type. It's like, if I watch your video, you better hope I'm the Buddha Zen master that I normally am when I see you. You know what I mean? So I know what my weaknesses are and what could get me in trouble. And so I steer away from that because I'm not okay. So it's like, Mike Tyson, he told y'all about talking trash online and getting punched in the mouth. He told y'all about that. So I try to stay away from that. Okay. I try not to be that guy. Okay. So, I don't have the calm demeanor that Star Wars Theory does. So he's able to do that. Some people, I think, find it stimulating in a way to kind of, they like to debate. They like to argue. I'm not saying that's Star Wars Theory, but I know there are YouTubers out there. They like that argumentative thing. They like to watch. So they have all the points to defend themselves. Look, All the truth is in my videos. They speak for themselves. If you watch my videos, you know who I am. You know what I believe. You know what's the truth about me, and you know what's not. So it speaks for itself. I'm not going to sit here and watch all these videos and then defend and why make it. Nope, not doing it. I got other things to do. Okay? Got good food to eat. I got workouts to do, walks to take, shopping to do. Okay? Girlfriend to see. And I got too much to do. Videos to make.
We didn't like each other for a while. He like full on went after me out of the frickin' blue on some topics and videos that I was talking about regarding some stuff. In this scenario, the solo posters. They took out the guns and like the blasters in South America or something like that. From what I remember, again, this is 2018. It was, or even before that. It was quite a while ago. And I was talking about that in the video.
All of the blasters, and the way some of my peers covered it was downright laughable.
So Disney has decided to remove the blaster from Han Solo on this latest wave of posters.
So in recent events, Disney has now removed all blasters in the upcoming movie posters for Solo.
In the beginning, he started talking about, like thumbnails. What are you doing for SEO and this and that and the other thing? I wouldn't be mad, but it's all about views. Fast forward to this, and now he's apologizing and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. This is before the fan film. He says, I saw your plans for an upcoming fan film. I wish you all the best. Can't wait to see the Kickstarters. This is like way back. I met the guy first time where we all got flown out to do some sort of a thing together, a whole bunch of us. And I remember walking down the street with him, and he was like, before I knew who you were, I couldn't sleep at night. He's like, I'm serious. I'm paraphrasing. I'm serious. Molly would have to calm me down because I couldn't sleep at night because you and Stupendous Wave were just getting such crazy views, and we were working so hard, and we couldn't even...
Let me tell you something. The jealousy in this business is insane. And there's been several times where I met several different YouTubers and several different people in entertainment. Some were actors, some were YouTubers, some did other stuff. And you could feel the jealousy. I'm an empath, okay? And I'm like, if an empath is on a scale of 1 to 10, you guys that know what an empath is when you can feel other people's energy. You feel their emotions. And I've been, man, when I used to tell you guys, go with your gut, go with your gut. Going with your mind and going with your gut are two different things. Your gut's your intuition. Your mind sometimes can be fooled. But when you truly know, when you recognize your intuition, always go with it. You know whether people like you, whether people don't like you, whether they love you, whether they hate you, whether they love you and hate you, whether they love you and they're jealous. I'm telling you, I've experienced so much jealousy because of me, who I am, the views I got, the fame I got from it, the people that I met, the interviews that I did with people, just stuff. And I'm like, but I'm me doing my brand. You need to focus on who you are and do yours. Don't try to be me. Don't try to beat me. Don't try to beat my numbers. Just be you and bring the best product that you can. At one time with reactions, like we were called the Big Four. And the Big Four, at the time included me and 3 others. And I didn't even know that I was the quote unquote biggest reactor on YouTube at the time. I didn't know this. People had to tell me. Then eventually NBC contacted me, wanted to do an interview. And I didn't know. I was just head down, just trying to have fun. And it's been insane, man. Some of the stuff and that's one part of the business that I don't like. It's like, when I meet people that are doing better than me or getting more views, like the Hodge twins. Oh man. I didn't meet them and was like jealous, like, damn man, like I like them, but damn man, I wish, man. It wasn't like that. It was like, yo, I've been watching y'all for years. Y'all were my inspiration. They were one of my inspirations. They were the first guys to ever give me a rub. They gave me a push. I did a video about their back injuries and how fasting could probably fix their herniated discs. Because I have read that fasting can fix, and they wrote me back. It was like, yo, man, thanks for doing that. We liked the video, which will show up in our feed as our liked videos. That should help get you some subscribers. And I gained a few hundred subscribers in that day. They were the first ones, man. And I went to the YouTube event, and they showed up, and they was like, yo, we heard when you was going to be here, so we came out. I'm like, y'all came out to meet me? Yo, because they told me they didn't want to go before because they went the first time, and and then they were invited to another one, and they was like, nah, but they heard I was going to be there. They came up. I'm like, yo. I'm saying we had a few conversations after that, and we were kind of, they wanted to pitch an idea to a network with an idea with me and them in a particular show. You know, maybe one day I'll go into that. But yeah, but everything took off politically with them, so I think they went in that direction. But it's like, yo, man, I was never jealous of them. It was all love, all happiness, comedy, laughing, everybody having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how it's been with me with other people. Tyrone, I'm Tyrone. And remember him? He did the video with me because he saw that I was doing reactions to his. He said, I wanted to give back the love. I appreciate it. So he came through for an interview and to do a skit with me. And that day, I got 10,000 extra subscribers just doing that with him. And it was like, yo, man, I wasn't sitting there like, man, just Stu, man. He said, YouTube told me I went super viral. I didn't go viral. I went super viral. That's a term I never heard before. He told me, YouTube told him that. Do you think I was like, oh, no, I was like, yo, you should be happy for other people's success because that'll only bring you more success. When you are jealous of someone else's success, you got negativity fighting also maybe your good feeling of meeting them. That's that tug of war. And you can't really move forward in life if you are a jealous person. Work on your jealousy.
Come close to that. Oh, man. It's actually kind of cool. It's a bird. It's playing.
Can't sleep at night.
I'm sorry, man. And he's like, well, I just feel bad because
who lets another man's success make them not sleep at night? That you got to get a handle on that, man. Well, listen, part of male nature is to be competitive. So I get that. Like Jinx did that. Jinx was very competitive. And it was his competitiveness that eventually made him the #1 reactor. He got to 1 million subscribers, one of the fastest growing YouTube channels of all time. He may even be the fastest growing YouTube channel of all time. I don't know. At that time, I think he may have been. Like, people couldn't believe how he was doing it. He said what his secret was, everything y'all requested, I did, period. There was nothing I did not do that y'all requested. So he gave the people not just what they wanted, everything that they wanted. You got what I'm saying? So competitiveness can be good, but you can't let it eat your soul like that.
I just really didn't like you, and I see that you're such a nice guy now, and I feel bad about that, so I want to apologize. I feel like Alex is actually a nice guy, to the point where, I don't know if he does have this, but I feel like he has a sort of compulsion OCD where he has to tell you if he feels bad or guilty about something. He started just opening up and telling me these things about I was like, oh, you don't worry about it, man, it's all good. He's like, I just see you're such a nice person now, and I just feel bad about that. And I'm like, man, this guy must have really fucking hated me for the views, to the point where he couldn't sleep at night and his wife would have to calm him down.
That actually reminds me of, which is kind of totally left, but it reminds me of someone being so honest with me that you just had to tell me. When I was around 22 years old, I was working at Cracker Barrel, waiting tables. Great shape of my life, best looking I've ever been in my life. That time, I got so many offers. It was just ridiculous. Working with women all day, it was just ridiculous. This one woman, she had to be 10, 15 years older than me. She came up to me and told me, yeah, hey, how you doing? You know, this and that, da, da, da. I had to talk to my pastor because I kept having these dreams and these feelings about you, and these desires and wants, but I'm okay now, and everything's good, and I just wanted to tell you that. And I was like, y'all don't understand. Like, I almost never talked to this woman. She was off. I almost never talked to this woman. It was more like a hi and bye, hey, how you doing type of thing. Oh, you look nice today, Tyrone. That's it. Here she come, just admitting all these feelings and lust and all this stuff that she's got for me.
Fuck, man. This whole shit's about views for these guys. Anyways, then he does his This Week in Clickbait and this and that and the other and blah, blah, blah. What the hell? I remember I took a cab with him once to the airport. We split a cab. I didn't sleep. I was up all night and I was editing in the cab, in the back of the cab. He's like, what are you editing? I'm like, oh, just the new Vader comic. He's like, that just came out. I'm like, yeah, I didn't sleep. And then I showed him, I pressed play as it was in the Final Cut thing, and he was just looking at it and didn't say a word. He was just like, I was like, yeah, I'm really excited to get it out. And I'm like, all right, man.
The internal hatred.
Well, it's my stop, you know. Hey, it was great seeing you. And he's like, yeah, and that was it. And then he started this Week in Clickbait shit, and I just was like, the fuck, dude? If you could message me, if you like, we've literally talked already so many times. We've like been to Germany together for Gamescom. We've been other places together for like other stuff. Clearly, all about trying to slander me and like put me.
That's right, and I've encountered it. And as a matter of fact, there's one in particular that I'm thinking about. He said something in one of his videos, and I knew specifically he was talking to me and a few other people. And I said, you know, you're a damn coward. And you could have said something to me. We had a cordial enough, you know, you could have said something to me. Or someone you knew that I know. You could have kind of maybe relayed, because you'd have to understand how I know the person. Nope. And I'm like, you know what? You're such a coward. So many of these dudes are they're such cowards, man. Like,
down and whatever to make yourself look taller. And so I didn't like that. And then, you know, fast forward, there's a few more. He's like, I still imagine you're not a fan of mine, which is fine. I get it, but I want to say congrats on your film. I know how much time and effort it took, and that looks great. You should be very proud, and I hope to see it continue. So then
see, Star Wars Theory's nice. I'd have blocked him a long time ago. After he started slandering me in them videos, he'd have been blocked everywhere. His email would have been spam. That's been it.
Didn't talk until 2019 when we were both put together for the Lego group. We essentially were the two Star Wars creators at Celebration Chicago, where we had to go head-to-head against each other and like build Lego or something like that. And it was fun. Backstage, before we go live, before we're getting mic'd up, he's there. He's in the freaking tent. And we hadn't talked. I had been ignoring him and all that. He comes to me and he's like, look, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry for what I did and those videos. I shouldn't have made them. I should have just contacted you about it. And I shouldn't have done it publicly. And I mean, the guy had like a whole merch line. Like he was all about it, bro. Like this guy was like trying to capitalize, trying to profit off it. There's that. And shook his hand. I accepted his apology. I'm like, it's fine. 3 years.
Man! Oh, you are nicer than me, Theory. Oh, my God. Oh, let me tell you something. If anyone has ever made a video about me, they better not say nothing to me when they see me. They better not approach me to apologize, handshake, say nothing. They better not say nothing to me. I swear to God. Oh, woo!
4 years into the YouTube space with my channel. I wasn't the same happy-go-lucky kid, because now I know that these guys are two-faced as fuck, and I can't trust any of them, right? So, Hello Greeter, that was another one. That was another guy who was in with him, and he would talk so much shit about me. Then I met him at one of the functions. The first thing he says to me, we were all in like a little huddle together, all in a group. Alex is like, yeah, this is Star Wars Theory. And I'm like, oh, hey, man, how's it going? And I knew the shit he said. I knew the shit he talked about.
No, I wouldn't have said nothing, Blake. Don't introduce me to him. Blake, no. Introduce me to somebody else. Let's keep it moving. You know, I will call you out for it. You approach me on some, hey, why are you speaking to me? I would walk away right now. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not like that. I'm not playing that.
About me in videos and all that stuff. And he'd be like, very big, very big. Is that all you guys care about? YouTubers, if they have a big following and they get a lot of views, they can make a lot of money. I'm not saying I'm on Mr. Beast level or PewDiePie or even anyone like that huge, but I definitely do well for myself.
Damn right.
Enough that
Very
I can
well.
now create a new company for Theory Savers and employ a bunch of people.
That's right.
Great people. Also fund a $1.2 million fan film all by myself. And I couldn't be here without my audience. I couldn't be here without people believing in me. I
can't fund a $1.2 million fan film. I could probably get a business loan for that. Or Indiegogo or something, but no. Star Wars Theory is doing much better than me. Let me borrow $5, Theory.
Got a bill today for about $20,000 for Vader for this month. I'm one person, man. That's a lot. And it seems like these people, all they give a shit about is money. They're constantly talking about money. This is a multi-million-dollar project, this and that and the other thing. And YouTubers have joined the attacks on Mandela, including Star Wars Theory, because it's so profitable. Everything is always about money. And it's like, people who make money, they don't really care that much about money. It's so much bigger than that. It's about, what can I do with this money? I want to take this and I want to make a cool movie, or I want to make a cool product, or I want to build a team or a business or something like that. I make money not because I pander to any sort of thing that is lucrative. I make money because now at this point, what I have to say obviously resonates with people and they want to know what I have to say about it. And to be honest, it's because people like you, Molly, have made me popular as like, oh, I got to see what that controversial guy has to say. It's like when it's really just...
Yeah. You know what's funny? A lot of the idiots on Twitter, they brought me, especially recently, they brought me a lot of extra subscribers. Like I'm trying to think, like maybe a couple of months ago. I forgot what was going on, but it was something, stupid, going on with content creation, with Disney or somebody. And there were so many people. It's like, they would come to the comments. We found you because the weirdos on Twitter. Yo, so glad I found you. I would see them on Twitter. Yo, thanks for telling me about dude. Appreciate it. To the weirdo. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it. He hates it. Yeah. Oh, yo, thanks for telling me about it. Yo, thank you, Twitter people. It backfired.
Just a guy who's speaking his mind and speaking his opinion, but you guys have made me into such a bigger thing than I was. All I ever wanted was to be accepted. All I ever wanted was to just do my thing. You guys have turned me into this image of me that's not even me. And
you know what? The hell with being accepted too. Just do your thing, be you, keep your head down or up in particular situations and do what you need to do. Keep your head down, do your work, keep your head up, and keep that confidence. You're the greatest Star Wars channel that ever was on YouTube, man. You're doing your thing. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about being accepted because you have millions upon millions of people that already accept you. I accept you. You're going to be just fine. A lot of these guys, they're not even on your level, okay? They ain't fit to be in the same room with you when they're talking about you, stabbing you in the back like that. No way. They don't even need to be in the same room with you, breathing the air that you're breathing on your Star Wars level that you're on. These people are, sniveling, backstabbing cowards, a lot of these people. Like, I can't believe this stuff that he's going through.
It's unfortunate that the minority sees me in some sort of a shadow figure light, whereas my subscribers and the people who stand by me and love me and know who I am see me for who I am, which is me. This isn't an act. This isn't like a character I'm playing. This is just me.
He's like always like this. Like, he's always the same mode, the same speed. He never changed. You'll see him grin or laugh every once in a while. He's always like this. He reminds me of this director that I worked with, Will Smith's cousin, named Derek Hammond. He's very even-keeled all the time. Every once in a while, like I could get him laughing or something, or he might get hyped about, but he's always really calm. The most I've ever seen Theory out of his element is when he's doing his impressions and his skits, which are hilarious. It kind of reminds me of like, you know how Johnny Depp's really calm in all his interviews? He doesn't seem like he would do the characters that he does. It was like, yo, like this dude really comes out of his shell when he's acting. That's how I feel about Theory. He's just this calm dude, but when he wants to, he can turn it up.
Just like people don't like me and people do like me, people don't like the Acolyte and people like the Acolyte.
Right.
People have preferences. We're inclusive of everybody no matter what. You have to think the way we think. And if you don't, we're going to destroy your livelihood. We're going to vote to get you ripped off of a platform that's feeding you and your family and other people's families and giving other people jobs and this and that and the other thing. And to that, I think that is so unbelievably malicious. And Molly, you want to talk about YouTube guidelines, community guidelines, coordinating an attack against other YouTubers to get them ripped off of a platform for claims that you would need to definitely prove in court goes against the community guidelines. And that could actually backfire on you. I would be really surprised if Nerdrotic, Ryan Kinnell, and Geeks and Gamers don't actually pool together to sue you. I really would be actually surprised. I'd be more surprised if they didn't do that than the Acolyte getting greenlit for another season. Mandalorian Season 2 finale came out and Luke Skywalker showed up. I was crying and I was like, you know, a spectacle on the internet. We had Pablo Hidalgo making fun of me. We had Molly Damon, who was joining in on the fun.
Which is so stupid to me. Like, he's the biggest Star Wars channel on YouTube. He literally lives, breathes, eats, sleeps YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, well, YouTube and Star Wars. You knew how much he loved Luke Skywalker. He looks like him. And the Winter Soldier. He identifies with him. He's got a bald head like old Vader, okay? You knew that a person like Star Wars Theory might be connected so much that when he sees his childhood hero, he might cry. Hell, I cried when Tony Stark died, and I didn't know I loved him so much until he died. I couldn't believe it. I cried like 2-3 times. Cried when I saw it. Cried when I took the girlfriend to see it. Cried when I watched it again. Like I'm just like, man, I gotta stop crying when Tony dies. But sometimes this stuff happens and you don't expect it. You know you love these characters or like these characters, and you just didn't know you were identifying or you had such a connection to something about that character, and it brings out the truth in you. And you cry. So what? The man was man enough to show his feelings. So what? I wouldn't have called him a punk for it. He's not a punk. He's not constantly crying and whining about his feelings and his coochie hurts online. He's not doing stuff like that. Like, come on, man. Y'all gonna make fun of him for that.
Posting a GIF of that GIF of a woman laughing or spitting out her coffee on someone who posted a video of me crying, but made it to, I think it was something about like SpongeBob or some shit, or something like that. And to that I just say, where's your heart? Where's the inclusivity there? Is it because I make money? How about we take the money away from all of this stuff? None of us make money. Let's just say none of us make money. Is it about views then? Is it about popularity? Okay, take all that away. Let's say you can't see the view count, nothing. You can't see the subscriber count.
Is there jealousy of you? They don't make the money that you make. They don't get the views that you make. They don't have the popularity that you make. It is all jealousy. And whether you like it or not, you have influence. And they don't like the fact that you, just being you, just making a video, can influence others to think the way you do. Because if they think the way you do, then they don't think the way that they do. And they want everyone to think the way that they do. And they're so angry at it that they have to try to destroy you, since everyone else doesn't want to think the way that they do.
Nothing. Would there really be that level of animosity? Or is it something a little deeper? Is it about This Week in Clickbait? Is it about Alex not being able to sleep at night and you having to freaking coddle him so that he could sleep because another channel was putting out content that was getting more views? I guess it all has to be because of SEO and thumbnails, right? I remember at a function, I overheard you guys talking to, I think it was Eckhart's Ladder, who the first time I met him sat next to me.
Give me Lieutenant Eckhart. Where's that from?
Asked me how much money I made the previous month. I was just so off-put by it. I was eating my dinner. I was like, I'm not telling you. He said, come on, just tell me. No, I don't know you. I'm not telling you. That's just so weird. Why are you guys so obsessed with money? That's another creator who I was cool with, and he eventually started to throw shade at me in videos and online. And he was the first person Or I guess I was the first person you reached out to or something, because this goes back to 2017, back when YouTube had emails. Hey man, I'm not sure if you've seen my videos before, but I'm a fellow Canadian Star Wars creator. I'm recently without a job, and I'm now relying on my channel to survive. I know that you're also relatively new to YouTube, and was wondering whether you could help me out in some way. Perhaps a video shout out or something similar. I'm not sure what I can give you in return, but I'd be happy to help you out in any way possible. Yeah, that's nice. Just found that not genuine. You're doing this for money, and I really hold Star Wars so close to me that I was like, man, I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because I love Star Wars. So once I didn't give him his answer, I didn't tell him how much money I made the previous month, he then went and he got chummy with Molly and Alex. And I was like, okay. And I'm just still eating my food, and pretty much people are clearing out at that point. And I remember
here's another thing too. I've realized that people identify with you, Star Wars Theory. They identify with me. They identify with other YouTubers. Other peoples that have some form of celebrity, whether it's small or large. And the problem is when you go against something that is at their core, when you all of a sudden you don't like what they like, it somehow is some type of visceral betrayal. They don't see you as just another person with a different point of view that they just let go. No, you are somehow betraying your imaginary friendship with them. They identify with you so much they think they know you. They think that you're friends. They think that you're family. They think that you've been best buds forever. And then as soon as you don't like what they like, they want to attack you. It's really strange, man.
Fury, I got some big ears, man. I got his Yoda ears. I was overhearing those eavesdropping, if you will. But they were like at the other side of the table. And Molly frickin' says, again, paraphrasing here, she says, yeah, a lot of other people started using our name in their titles, Star Wars Explained, and so we're trying to have to think of something to be more unique and stand out. And I'm like, are you guys fucking kidding me? You're pissed at me because I use Star Wars Explained in my titles? And I'm like, whatever, I'm just thinking too much of it. Then,
like that's like me saying Marvel Explained. Like it's, if a channel picks a name called Marvel Explained, but I'm talking about explaining different comic books in Marvel, I'm not stealing your name. Like,
then, like a year later, I see this dude who worked at, I think it was ILM VFX Lab or something like that, like what they had for Vader Immortal at Downtown Disney, which was an amazing experience. I had a fan meetup there, and then I took a bunch of fans, and we all went to Vader Immortal and had a great time. So,
by the way, I want to thank you so much. I saw recently, I told you about the Ed Boon post. I have never seen so many people defending me in the comments on Twitter with that post of his. You guys go take a look at that. Show some love to Ed Boon. Yo, there were people in there just manufacturing lies about me in the comments. Literally bold-faced lies. No receipts, no nothing. One guy tried to post a receipt, and people were like, yo, that's not what he said. Number one, he said this. Number two, he said, you know who you are. You know who you are. Number one, he said this. Number two, this. Number three, this. Like, yo, you're lying. That's what they will do. Think about it. How weak is their argument when they literally have to lie. No receipts to prove their point. It's always something. Lying, twisting your words. It's something, man.
Cool. Shout out to all you guys. So then I remember this guy that like is a Lucasfilm official. He works there. He literally inadvertently calls me out on Twitter, and I'm like, he says all these big Star Wars YouTubers profiting. If someone can find this tweet, that'd be amazing. Profiting off of Alex and Molly's hard work by using the metadata and SEO of Star Wars Explained that they worked so hard for so many years to grow and build in the metadata or some shit. That was the first time I actually like commented on this. I'm like, bro, you're so stupid literally, I am the one that's carrying the word Star Wars Explained by my views, and if anything, it is propelling Alex's channel 10 fucking fold. Because the views I put in, that Star Wars Explained title is going into the wave of SEO, and it's creating a way bigger wave because of my videos. And so therefore, Alex and Molly are benefiting a lot
This is
from
so
all of
tiresome.
that SEO that I'm just punching in and driving in.
You know, I'm watching Married with Children, Al Bundy started to get a headache. Oh God. This is what it's like. It's
for their channel name. It's just like the level of absolute entitlement and people just getting pissed over views and thinking that I'm stealing views. Bro, there's another Star Wars YouTuber that has been such an asshole to me over the years, and I just don't even want to mention his name because he's such a just piece of shit.
Don't do it, man.
I don't even want to make this
Don't
video
do
about
it.
him because this is about Molly. This is about Molly and Star Wars Explained and Alex and how they've been literally gunning for me from the very beginning. And if I didn't join them, then this is the treatment. It's unbelievably wild to me that like most people aren't able to actually see them for what they are. Well, hopefully that this maybe gives you a bit of a understanding of my experience with these people.
Yeah, and that's why I won't mention people. That's why, because I'm not going to give you any more views, and I'm not going to give you any subscribers, no matter how many it may be from me mentioning your name. You will not get a rub about me. I will vaguely mention certain situations sometimes or certain comments. That's it. There's no way I will help give you any growth. You know what I'm saying? I mentioned you've already been blocked everywhere, so we're good to go, you know?
Because it literally ain't all sunshines and rainbows like they preach. They ain't inclusive. They're inclusive as long as you aren't getting more views than them. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, it's all about money. And
I think there's an old saying, and I guess I have to paraphrase, but basically people are, happy for you as long as you're not doing better than them. You know, people get jealous if you're doing better than them, and you could all be doing great in a friend group. And like maybe the guy that kind of like is the most successful at some point, the least successful guy may boost ahead of him. And he's happy, but he's also jealous at the same time because he's always been the top dog in the group.
Views for these people. Listen, since the beginning, I've been making tons of money and getting tons of views. I could make lore videos, fan fictions, what ifs, talk about the news of a show.
Oh, by the way, too, I've been to certain YouTube events and spoke to people and stuff, and I've met people in YouTube. They are very understanding and know about these hate brigades. They know who these people are. They do not believe them when they say these things about us. They do not trust them when they say these things about us. As a matter of fact, they've implemented certain things to help protect YouTubers and our mental health and mind state. So I know YouTube is not perfect. They have frustrated me and other YouTubers and fans all over the world at different times. But I'm telling you, there are a lot of good people in YouTube. And when you think that these Twitter posts or these comments or these videos are going to get someone demonetized or this or that, YouTube sees it, but they don't believe you. Okay? They know who's lying and who's not. Okay? Can you, I guess, fully trust YouTube 100% of the time? No, but I've met a lot of people on YouTube and they're good people and they care and they don't want to see people lose their channels and stuff like that. I'm telling you, I know, ironclad, I know that these people care about us as creators, okay? So don't be concerned about that stuff really happening because they know about the fabricated lies. They know.
I'll still get the same amount of large views. If anything, when Star Wars is good.
And that's the reason why Team YouTube wrote back to them. Yeah, this doesn't go against our community guidelines. Like, what are you talking about? This is going to stay up. They know. You can't word salad and twist our words with YouTube. They know.
I get more views, and I'm the only one that knows my analytics better than anybody else on this planet. So, at the end of the day, they can say what they want, they can make it all about views, but look, people just don't watch your content because they're just not as into it as they are maybe some other people. So,
you know who you can fool? You can't fool YouTube most of the time. You can't. Yes, YouTube makes their mistakes and certain things happen. Yes, I understand. But you can't fool YouTube most of the time. You know who you can fool? Other YouTubers and the fans. You can fool them a lot of the time. I don't even think you can fool the fans most of the time, because every YouTuber that I've ever seen attacked online, the majority of their of their fans stay. The majority of their subscribers stay, because the majority of them don't believe you. Because a lot of the stuff is fabricated lies or word salad or twisting of words. Some people, yes, have done some generally really bad things and have faced the consequences, and rightfully so. But I don't know, man. Like, I don't watch much YouTube drama, but I would say half of the drama I've seen, it's just kind of unwarranted. It's ridiculous. And yeah, it gets views. People like to see people fighting and negativity online, but I won't be involved in it.
So don't be pissed at me. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. That's
right.
It's not even a game. It's just... Man.
Don't be mad at Star Wars Theory because he getting all the Star Wars coochie. Don't be mad at him because all the Star Wars ladies like him and the geeks like him more than your channel. He's doing something right. Okay? Don't hate the player. Hate the game. He's playing the game correctly. You mad because you are not playing the game correctly. You're not utilizing all the rules and the powers and abilities in the game to level yourself up. That's your problem, not his.
And I'm just a Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars. And everything I say, everything I make is from the heart. And if you don't want to believe that and you want to make it about views and this and money, take it all away. Take the... Well, I guess you tried. I guess you literally tried to take all of my money.
Isn't that horrible? Isn't that horrible? The man's got a business where he supports other people and their families. And over opinions on the acolyte, they tried to ruin this man's life. Like, what kind of karma is going to come back to them because of this? And you got to remember that karma isn't an eye for an eye. It's not like that all the time. Karma comes back in other ways. You may have problems in your family. You have problems in your relationship. You may have health problems. You may have financial problems. Who knows what could happen? People need to watch what they put out. People need to watch what they put out. Because whether you believe it or not, there are energies at work in this world. Whether you believe it or not, there are scientific energies. There are spiritual energies at work. And you are messing with stuff you don't fully understand, and you will get it back.
Wait, which is wild.
That's why I try to be the best person I possibly can. I don't want to attack nobody. I don't want to try to bring no harm on nobody. I'm just a guy that wants great entertainment.
You're just not a good person. Gotta say that much. Molly.
And he's holding back.
And
he's
I know,
being nice. I can tell.
Alex is behind all this, but he's just such a sackless guy that he just can't do it himself, and he has to have his wife do it for him. The further along I got into this, I started to realize that, damn, these guys really just care about views and money and all this shit. But look, don't get me wrong. Man, I fucking love money. Money's great. Just like the next person. It allows you to have freedom. I like cool cars, just like George Lucas. I like nice things. I also like cool story more than anything else. That's what dreams are built on. That's where creativity starts. That's where the kid who really wasn't happy with their life in school and whatnot won't freaking end themselves because they have a galaxy to go and escape to and have fun with. And then they can find friends that focus on that galaxy. You know how many forum friends I had when I was a teenager? Bro, I ate lunch in my stairwell in high school. Literally in a stone stairwell. I used to eat and hear my echoing of my chewing. And I'm not saying that to like a boo-hoo me. No, man, I liked being alone, but at the same time, I wasn't really understood, and I'd go home, and I found so much clarity and love with Star Wars. So what
I
a lot
understand,
of people
man.
see was, my success right at the start, just bang, right off the bat, was...
Let me tell you some type of a rejection story that I have, right? So I was, I grew up Jehovah's Witness. I was sheltered. religious. There's certain things I just couldn't interact with. You know, a lot of the explicit lyrics, rap songs, and certain movies I couldn't watch when I was younger, the R-rated movies. My mom kept me, like, if you ain't supposed to see R-rated until you're 18, you ain't seeing it now if you're 15. Like, she didn't want us watching no R-rated movies. We wasn't allowed to listen to none of that bitches and hoes, rap music. You know, she kept us out of trouble. But because of that, there were certain things I didn't know. I was out of the loop in certain things. I was made fun of for being a geek, for being a nerd. And what's interesting is where I went to school, there were 2 buses that came to pick us up, 2. One was further up in town and one was a little further down in town. One picked up the majority of the Black and Hispanic kids. One picked up the white kids. We would call it the Black bus and the white bus. Now, I grew up with most of the Black kids, but in high school, they made fun of me a lot. So I wasn't cool enough to be with them all the time, right? So they would make fun of me. They would talk trash about me. They would talk trash about my clothes. They would talk trash about my haircut. They would talk trash about me being a geek, right? So then I also had friends that were on the white bus. 2 of my best friends growing up, one name was James, one name was Earl. They were both white. One of my other best friends, his name was David, but he went to a different high school once we got to high school. But there was a Puerto Rican guy named Dave, another Dave, that was also, he would ride the black bus. Sometimes he would ride the white bus though, but me and him were cool too. So I would ride that, but I would get so much ridicule from the kids, the black kids, that I would just get off sometimes. You know, like I'd walk right past them. I'd walk up the street and I'd ride with them. They would get mad at me for riding with the white kids. The white kids weren't making fun of me. The white kids weren't harassing me. The white kids weren't bothering me about my shirt, about my sneakers, about my haircut, about video games that I played. They never once bothered me. Every time I would want to ride the black bus, I would get made fun of. And not all of them, but it was a handful of them that would give me problems. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, and then years later, there's these people that are like, they try to friend me on Facebook and all this stuff. And listen, I can forgive, but I never forget. Okay, you call it holding a grudge, whatever you want. But look, I wasn't your boy then. I'm not your boy now. I don't care if you wised up over the years or not. I don't care, because there were people that were good to me when we were children, when we were high school. In high school, people use that excuse. Oh, I was a kid. Oh, I was in high school. No, you still could have been a good person. You chose to harass people, to try to make other people's lives worse. So, have fun with your life. I'm not part of it, though. I've had a guy that used to try to bully me. I couldn't stand this dude. He tried to friend me on Facebook like 5 or 6 times so far. I'm like, are you insane? Are you insane? I had a guy that, listen, I had an ex-girlfriend whose older brother, broke us up. He got us broken up because I told my mom that his girlfriend worked at Pathmark up the street. Because she asked, oh, well, his girlfriend, do I know her? Oh, yeah, you might have seen her. She works at Pathmark. She works at the register. That's it. He found out and flipped out about it because he said, I was talking about the family behind the back. Dude had a problem anyway. You could tell he was mentally disturbed, mentally issues. He's got problems, right? So his sister, who I dated, I remember I came to the house. He's sitting on the step acting all crazy. And he's like, you talk about the family behind the back and all this stuff. I'm like, what in the hell? And he ain't get hyped until his parents came. See, because I think he was scared of me. I think he was half scared of me. Then he tried to act tough and try to fight me when he knew his dad was there holding him back. So I left the house. They were acting funny anyway. They were light-skinned black folk who thought they was better than everybody. They didn't like the fact that I was from downtown and they were from uptown. They didn't like the fact that I was brown skinned and they were all yellow to caramel. That's what they wanted with the curly hair. Yeah. But you know what's funny? He did me a favor. because, oh, by the way, he tried to friend me on Facebook too. I'm like, you are insane. He probably still watches me. You watching this, you're insane. You think I'm going to be friends with you after what you did? And his sister ended up dating some guy, marrying some guy, and then years later, come on by, visit. You must be crazy. I'm not the savior now after she done been through all this. You're crazy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, I am doing, from what I've seen, I'm doing better than every single person that has ever ran their mouth about me. And I'm very proud and happy about that. I'm glad that I stuck to my guns and I stayed true to myself all these years. And I never conformed and became a follower and got locked up or got a bunch of babies out there or getting beat up in the streets or got shot or shooting at people, running from the cops. I am so glad that I stuck to my guns and stayed who I am. It's a shame, though, that after achieving a certain level of success, even before YouTube, you know, I was about to have my first 6-figure year and I was doing things and everything was really going well for me. And then to blow up in YouTube. And then once I blew up in YouTube, now that I'm a public figure, so to speak, now I get the same jokes that I got when I was in high school. I was like, God, this is high school all over again. And just like in high school, I ignored the bullies. I remember you, but I ignored you. And that's why everybody gets blocked. And I don't converse with you online. You will never have a discourse with me. No matter how bad you want it, you'll never get it. I'm not going to let you bully me into doing things your way. I'm going to do it my way. I want to be a part of it. YouTube. YouTube,
You know, probably about 20-something years of Star Wars knowledge and what ifs in my head. And now it's turned into this thing where, like, I'm this villain. I'm this evil guy. I'm this, you know, this corporate entity. It's like, man, I'm still the same guy that made his channel from 0 subscribers on his cell phone in his 1-bedroom apartment, working day and night to the bone, where he was hallucinating things coming out of the walls and not eating and not sleeping because he was just so happy and so infatuated with making the best product he could for his videos. Action required. The Star Wars fandom refuses to watch another marginalized actor or fan be singled out by prolonged racist harassment.
Excuse me, I can't believe they put all this work into this. They even got the Millennium Falcon on there, and it's just so much concentrated to ruin one person. It's sad, man.
From a handful of YouTubers.
Then you know how I feel. Fake news. Fake news. Fake news. They tried to give me the virus.
As a result of YouTube's inaction, which has transformed hate into a lucrative career path. So now, like, this is like Palpatine work. She's trying to essentially say that this whole thing is predicated on racism. So please show us the truth behind that and the evidence and the clips and all this and that. And maybe she has, you know, she got the resources there, you know, and what is actually in those. Because you could say, oh, someone said this in this here. Well, let's go look at those clips and actually see what it's about. You know, what are they saying? All black people are this, or all black people shouldn't be, like, or what are they, is the worst thing that was said is you black bitch? Yeah, that's not cool. It shouldn't be said. Is that the...
Yeah, somebody sent me the clip where somebody said that. So I want to see that clip. Okay, because I never heard about that one. I want to see that clip. I want to know who said it. I want to see that clip. But I've seen stuff, you know, like I started getting misogynist, you know, people saying that when it's a lie, because for years I've loved female characters and always have. I was excited about Rey and everything. But as soon as they started gender bending and switching our characters, it was like, no, like if he's male, keep him male. All of a sudden you're misogynist. Those are lies. You just want the character to be the same. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
The worst thing? Or is there more? I mean, if there's full out racism, man, I wouldn't be friends with them. I'm careful with who I'm friends with. I haven't seen anything like that. Honestly, like, the dude's just shooting himself in the foot, just like making shit worse when, like, you know what? I would love it if every Star Wars YouTuber could just be friends. But these guys have been such fucking assholes to me since the very beginning. Just jealous bitches. Why, man? Do they make money? Fuck. Like, open up a GoFundMe, dude. I'll donate to you so you can shut up.
It's catty, low testosterone behavior. I'm telling you, man.
Want? What's the problem? People aren't watching your stuff, even with all of...
Women are kind of like that sometimes. Some women, it's that mean girl thing, but these are men that are dominated by their feminine side, by their estrogen. They're catty. They want to hurt you. They're jealous. They want to see you fail. They want to take your boyfriend. Like, it's this mean girl, catty energy. I don't understand it because I don't have it.
The free press and extra stuff that Lucasfilm and Disney give you, I mean, maybe that should tell you something. Maybe people just don't like you, and that's a you problem. Take accountability. So many times I've given people the benefit of the doubt. I've befriended so many people, brought them on my channel, given them clout, and they just turn around and stab me in the back once they get what they want. I have receipts to everything. Yeah. The Star Wars fandom refuses to watch another marginalized actor or fan be singled out by prolonged racist harassment from a handful of YouTubers as a result of YouTube's inaction, which has transformed hate into a lucrative career path. It is concerning to us that targeting marginalized actors on other social media platforms has historically resulted in platform bans, whereas the same behavior has made provocateurs millionaires on YouTube. This should be highly concerning to advertisers as well. The thing that they're not understanding is that these provocateurs who become millionaires isn't because they are making money off of being racist. If that was the case, I'm pretty sure it'd be more than just a few of you guys who couldn't even keep your show alive be chiming in, and YouTube themselves would be questioned by bigger media outlets. The case is that you are taking criticism that people have for a show which starred a person of color and calling that racism. Yeah, look, the black bitch comment, that's it. That's not okay. I don't agree with that. That's the one thing I've seen that isn't cool.
Yeah, and I said, someone send me the link to who said it. I want to know. I'm serious.
But besides that, what are the other claims here? Now, you want to talk about me?
Timestamp it. Such and such said this at 1 minute and 31 seconds and 32 milliseconds. I want to know.
I know you're lumping me in there, too. Listen, Molly, I didn't make my millions by doing This Week in Clickbait and making merch out of it, making fun of others for having legitimate reactions to a character that they hold very close to them crying. I didn't make my money criticizing these garbage shows. I made my money years before that through making lore content and the type of content that had your husband reaching out wondering why I'm growing so fucking fast. We understand that YouTube has an important role to play in promoting free speech. However, content uploaded by geeks and gamers are...
And a lot of these people remind me of Vegeta. They've got the talent to be great. Some of them are even gifted. But they're seeing this guy, this mellow guy, that's come out of nowhere. Impossible! Like, they don't understand. They can't get it. They don't understand why he is where he's at. And it's his love for it. He loves to be challenged like Goku. Except he just loves Star Wars. He's just doing his thing. He's happy. He's just doing his thing. Goku loves to be challenged. He loves fighting, challenging himself. And that's how he's reached the levels that he's reached. And people like Vegeta can't understand it. They think they need to be in the place where he is. Well, you work hard enough, you'll get there. Okay? You work your talents right, well enough, you'll get there. Your path isn't Star Wars Theory's path. You have a different path. And you may be able to get and overtake him, but you're going to have to do it your way.
4K Outpost and Nerdrotic is not opinion or criticism. It is prolonged, targeted harassment against women of color. We urge YouTube to enforce its community guidelines and demonetize these channels immediately and permanently. Thank you. May the force be with you. Boys, honestly, if you don't take them to court, man, I'm seriously wondering, where are your cojones? This is ridiculous. Take them to court. Sue them. It's so wild we live in a time where, speaking for myself, I can't even speak my mind. Well, I do speak my mind because I don't give a shit what people are going to say, because I think they're actually crazy if you have any sort of problem with someone speaking their mind. But the fact is, like, you can't even say anything anymore without someone labeling you a racist. Hey, why don't you put Tyrone Magnus in there too? He's black, and he agrees with everything I say. Why don't you throw Eric July in there? He's black. What the fuck? Hey, do they not get a voice? Or is it because they're not a white man and it goes against your narrative? Let's go ahead and read some of the tweeter comments. Hey, Team YouTube, this is a coordinated and targeted harassment campaign from a group of creators simply because they do not like the opinions of Nerdrox, Geeks Gamers, Kendall Ryan, D-Day Cobra. The post you are responding to is full of fabricated lies and quotes purposefully. Again, I'm saying, like, boys, I don't know why you're not taking them to freaking court. You have to be a special kind of loser to advocate for the demonetization and or deplatforming of a content creator because they express that they did not like the same show you did. Acolyte fans, please disown these self-important clowns having a tantrum. Yeah, this one too. I see this one passed around.
Yeah, and I'm like looking at these guys. A lot of these guys have been on YouTube as long as me or longer. And it's like, they've literally built lives and careers on this. Some people have children and wives and mortgages and bills and people to feed, food to put on the table. And they just want to take it away because they don't like the Acolyte. And they're willing to fabricate lies to do it. Think of the evil in your core that is there at the center of your being to make you do that to somebody. You don't see any of us trying to do that.
You think it's cool to hate things. It's not. It's boring. So talk about what you love and keep quiet about what you don't. It's fucking fascism, bro. Just don't have an opinion. Just consume, repeat, and that's it. This is wrong. Look at who's posting these complaints and who follows their accounts. Yeah, Star Wars follows them. Doesn't take much to figure out that there's not much love in a galaxy far, far away. So here's why the Acolyte failed. The bottom of the barrel. It sucked. No one watched it. So a company that wants to be profitable says, we're not going to dump another $180 million into it.
Here's the thing. We're free to talk about anything we want over here. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like it, you can talk about it. If you like something, talk about it. You know what I mean? You do what you want to. Okay? It's, let me tell you something. The majority of the time, I wouldn't talk about the things that I don't like. But when I started YouTube, I talked about things that I liked. I started as a wrestling talk channel, and it was all love, 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 love. Then the John Cena era was destroying wrestling, and you heard me talking about it. And I eventually stopped watching wrestling. And it was all the love, 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 love of action movies, series, and stuff, and video games, and Marvel and DC. Love, 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 love. Then they started destroying it with all the woke garbage, and you heard me talk about it. I'm going to talk about the genre I'm involved in, period, whether I like it or love it. But I don't want anybody losing their jobs and being demonetized and deplatformed and all this other stuff. I just want them to do better, not asking for their downfalls and all this other stuff. I don't even want Kathleen Kennedy fired. She knows how to make good. She knows how to make good stuff. I just want her to start making good stuff again and stop following this wave of whatever the machine's doing.
This and not make our money back when we could be making better things. Hear this. I've been reporting these channels since 2018. That's wild, bro. You got a lot of time on your hands. I've reported thumbnails. I've reported blatant breaches in the terms of service. I've written emails. I've spoken about it on social media. I've made videos. I've done everything in my power to remove this bigotry. Have you? Bro, it's hilarious. They just keep saying the same slanderous bullshit, and YouTube just keeps giving this, this NPC response, copy-paste response. We understand this may be frustrating. Here's a lawyer right here. The targets, Nerdrotics, Geeks Gamers.com, and Ryan Kinnell have very
I will tell you, a lot of the time, if they do find something that's amiss, they will tell you. But if they don't find anything amiss, you're always going to get that generic response. That's how it's going to work. Because it's like, okay, listen, it's like we're telling you over and over that we're not finding anything wrong. So here, go back to the terms of service, read thoroughly, and all right.
Good defamation claims against Molly Damon and others.
Yes, there are outliers, but I'm just saying, it's not the majority, I don't think.
I hear they have good lawyers as friends. This dude. Frickin' apparently he's their friend and he can act on their behalf and represent them. Guys, look, I don't know if you guys watch this shit or not, but like this is just one too much. You know, saying like, oh no, you're this and that, okay, whatever. But now like actually trying to take away your ability to feed yourselves and your families based on their lies, that's war. What is that? That's today's version of war. I guess Star Wars Explained couldn't handle that smoke I sent their way regarding that BS blackface cancel campaign of YouTubers who dare criticize the Acolyte. Molly Damon lied. She absolutely fights what she hates, and she hates YouTubers who don't love Disney Star Wars. No, I wouldn't say that. I would say she hates YouTubers who make more money than her and Alex. That's literally all it comes down to at the end of the day. It's just about money with these people. And it's tiring, dude. And those are like the main comments that I see on YouTube, on Twitter and X and stuff. It's just like, it's ridiculous because it's like, oh, he's making this video because he brought the money, and they put the money symbol, the money bag or whatever. Guys, like, my motivation for making videos is to connect with my audience and to speak my mind. It's not to make a few $100s from one video, Canadian, from one video or another. That's not the point. That's not going to change my life or my family's life or anybody. Like, it's just wild. And even if it was, even if money was the point of all of this,
all the stereotypes were right there.
It doesn't matter. Monetary value has destroyed so many people through jealousy. And they just want, at the end of the day, to have the voice that I have in the fandom. And they can do that so simply by just being authentic and genuine. I don't think they are.
What was I saying?
I think they act like they're so inclusive, but as soon as you say something that they don't like or agree with, they're going to try and strip you and rip you of everything that you hold near and dear, everything that you've worked so hard for. What's the saying? If you can't join them, get rid of them or something like that? Or if you can't beat them, kill him? No, man, there is no beat. You know, I don't remember you guys ever joining my charity stream to raise over, was it $70,000 for St. Jude's in one stream? You know who did join that stream? Neurotic, Geeks and Gamers, Ryan. Where were the other Star Wars YouTubers? You guys didn't give a shit. I literally put out a tweet saying that anybody can join. I want this for the good of the kids. Y'all didn't join. Eckhart, freaking Star Wars Explained. Nobody. The only ones that joined were those guys. Did you go ahead and do a charity of your own for kids? No. You just sit around and bitch and whine about, oh, Star Wars Theory's doing this, he's doing that. Oh, This Week in Clickbait, we're going to make merch out of it. We're going to sell merch. You know that there are people in your Patreon that literally pay just to feed me information of the shit that you say about me? The amount of eyes that I have everywhere in groups that you think are private, with people you think that you know. I see, I watch, and I ain't gonna leak anything, man. All I need to know is who I associate myself with, who I trust when they come to me and want to be friends and this and that and all this. Is like fake shit. It's all politics at this point. I was a very wide-eyed kid at the start of this whole YouTube thing, and I'm like, oh man, everyone's so like, great, like it's all friends. And I started to realize very fast that people are very jealous, very spiteful, and very angry if you do better than them. People want to see you do great. They want to see you do well. They never want to see you do better than them. Anyways, to the boys, I highly recommend taking them to court. At the end of the day, do what you want. This was a video finally addressing all of this bullshit and my experience over the last 8 years, and I feel lighter. I feel great. I feel good about it. So that was my experience. Hope you guys have a great day. And remember, don't go after anybody. Don't harass anybody like they do to me. But be the better person and just go about your day. So hope this gave you that little bit of entertainment that you wanted in hearing my story. And now you have my side of it too. Love you all. See you in the next video. May the Force be with you always.
Your destiny. 10 million subscribers.